Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready? 15 on it. 15 on it. Check. Check out. Hide it.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he will find his man on the outside. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Watch twist. Watch twist.
From the gun, Bradley. This is the tight end fan. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 2nd down, it's Charles. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here we go. Mark 52.
Back to throw. Bradley. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. This is Charles. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Mike, 58, right there. Strip that ball. Strip that ball.
On 3rd and 2, Bradley. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up. Slam, slam. Watch the edge. Check 43. It's free. Check.
2nd and 1. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Okay, switch. Check 4. Kill.
They'll try and sneak it here. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Gordon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the twist.
They'll run from the gun with Charles.
Under 10.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It was a play that was designed to trick the defense, to try and fool them. They didn't gain a huge chunk of yardage, but they did pick up a first down.
The first down carry here for Charles. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that takes us from second to third down.
Let's go now. To Pittsburgh. You ain't going nowhere. Double tight. Hey, we got 3 down. What? Go. Mike 52. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up.
Looking to throw. Bradley. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. This pass finds its way to Williams, and they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Check 24.
From the 39, Bridgewater. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch twins.
Gordon. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check 52's the mark.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Bradley. He's going to air one out. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Mike, 58, right there. They can't hang with us. Switch. Anyway. 58 to Mike.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Operating from the gun, Bradley. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot, and if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there, and sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got Gordon open, completes it. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A first down throw for Bridgewater. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's get
Bridgewater now. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again with Bridgewater. And this is complete. It's Allen. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. Bridgewater with a keeper. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Bradley. That's complete. It's Charles.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Operating from the gun, Bradley looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Watch the safety creep. That's it. Double up, double up. Go. Double up. 50.
On first down, Charles. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They'll run on first down. It's Charles. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
It's outfield.
Throwing on first down. Bradley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Bradley. It's caught to Charles. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
From the gun on third down, Bradley. He completes this to Sutton. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. First carry for James Conner. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Hey, come on. I got one. Slam. Deuce. Shift.
They'll keep it on the ground, this time to Charles. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
58, right on. Mike, 58, right there.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Watch the run.
To throw on third down, Bradley. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dub for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 3-yard line.
Come on, set. 2. 18 gator. 52 to Mike. That's right. Out. Check.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
Watch Mike.
On first down, it's Charles. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. Again, it's Charles. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Check. Lucky.
They run it. It's Charles. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. It's a quarterback sneak, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now this time he'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, If you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Bridgewater. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Throwing, Bridgewater. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Darren Lee coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw. Bradley. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go, let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Bridgewater to throw it. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. 1st down, Bridgewater. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down. This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
On 1st down, Bradley. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Bridgewater. Able to get this to Gordon. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Gets it to Gordon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line. Bridgewater on 1st down. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Denver, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.